rookie. What's going on, everybody? We're back after a week off. Brian ran our break last week. Actually, I don't know what he hit in that one. We got the Mets taking a 5-3 lead over San Francisco in the background tonight on Hall of Fame induction day. What's going on, Scott? I'm going to start off by dropping in the leftovers that were not purchased on eBay tonight. It's going to be broken down into 3 lots: a rookie lot, an AL Pros lot, and an NL Pros lot tonight. So we have 3 rookies for $3 total: David Festa, Kenzie Noel, and Orelvis Martinez. Then we have our AL Pros lot, which is 17 players for $8 total, including some nice names like Gunnar Henderson in that lot. Suppose maybe this year, out of that list, the big names would be players like Zach Neto. And then in the National League lot, we have 15 players for $6.50. And there's the full list there. So for the leftover lots, we have 3 total rookie cards for $3 total. We have 17 American League players for $8 total. And 15 National League players for $6.50 total. Greg grabbing the AL lot. Greg, what's going on? I can also put the PayPal Venmo information up on the screen for anybody who wants to make claims and doesn't have it already. Greg grabbing the AL lot for $8. Greg, you got it. And then finally, we have the insert-only lot. And that is, for anybody who's new to our breaks, the players that were not listed on eBay that only have inserts. And that lot is $25. So if anybody's interested in the insert-only lot, there's Mike. Mike taking it. All right, so the NL and the rookies still left. But let's get started choosing our boxes in the meantime. We have 1 jumbo out of 4 to choose from here. So let's go from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3, and 4. First person in the chat to list a number between 1 and 4 can choose the jumbo box, and then we'll have 3 hobby boxes to pick. Number 2 by U Vandal. U Vandal choosing our destiny tonight with the jumbo box. Put the rest of these back into the case. And then we have 3 hobby boxes to choose from out of 7. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First 3 people to list a number between 1 and 7 can choose those. Kevin, any more unsold? Yes. Let me just count off these boxes. 7, 4, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. We have our hobby boxes for tonight. And let me put these back into the case. The Mets look like they'll be going for going into the bottom of the 9th with a 2-run lead and maybe a 1.5 game lead in the NL East after tonight. All right, yeah. So Kevin, the leftovers that are still available, we have the rookie lot, which I'm pasting into the chat again now. And then we have the National League lot, which is pasted into the chat there. So yeah, $3 for the leftover 3 rookies, and $6.50 for the remaining leftover NL. Kevin grabbing all of them. You got it, Kevin. Kevin grabbing the NL plus RCs, and that is a total of $9.50. All right, that's everything. We're going to actually wait. Hold on. Let me just check to make sure everything was paid for, and then we will get going. For those of you who claimed, I think you guys all have my PayPal and Venmo. But if anybody needs me to drop that in the chat, let me know and I can do that. We also have Nick Kurtz, who wasn't paid for. The Kurtz spot went for 112 tonight, which seems a bit excessive. Kevin, okay, I'll put the PayPal up on screen. There is the PayPal. It is hoticebreaks@gmail.com. Kurtz went for 112.50 tonight. I'll take offers on him. If anybody's interested in picking up maybe the hottest player in the major leagues, definitely the hottest rookie in the major leagues. Yeah, Kurt's prices definitely exploded after that 4 home run, 8 RBI, 6 hit game. So I'm sure that's what happened there. Maybe somebody got a little overzealous after seeing that game and put a huge bid in, and then decided he didn't want to pay the 112. But yeah, I'm open to offers on that Kurtz spot. And I am going to get us started with our first hobby box of the night. Kevin, I'm going to take that down. If you need me to put it back up in the chat, let me know, and I could put that into the chat as well. Thank you, everybody else, for getting payments in nice and on time tonight, so we can have a nice quick start to this one. Anybody who was in Brian's break last week on Sunday, his hobby half case, any big hits out of that one? I haven't talked to him about it yet. I just got back tonight, and we're getting right into ripping post vacation. Kevin, if you did not pay for any players on eBay, then include $4 for shipping. Since that'll probably be a pretty big shipment too, with all those National League players in there. All right, we have our first box empty. Yeah, so include $4 for shipping that if you didn't have anybody on eBay. Yeah, I was watching because I sold a Nick Kurtz PSA 10 Sapphire autograph when he got called up, and I think I sold it for $450 at that point, and I was pretty happy with that sale of $450 at the time. And I looked at it last week, and I saw that the sales on that card were up to like $900, and I saw a sale after the 4 home run game of $1,750 on that card. So I guess I left some money on the table with that sale that I thought was really good at the beginning. Let me check in 1 second. Let me just finish this pack, and then I will check to see if that payment went through. Starting things off tonight in the Chromes with a Lazaro Montes. Top 100, Alejandro Rosario and Caleb Lomavita Chromes. Couple of nice prospects there to start us off in Chrome in our first hobby box. Let's see. Payments. Got yours, Kevin. Got yours, Greg. Got yours, Michael. Thank you guys for sending those in. And if anybody wants to make offers on that Kurtz spot, open to hearing them. Vandal, what'd you sell your Blue Wave first for? Yeah, I think all of us who sold a Kurtz stuff are kicking ourselves right about now. He is unbelievable. We have our first red rookie of the night, and I believe this one goes to Meb with the Drew Thorpe spot. Anderson Brito and Shenwei Lin. getting firsts. And D'Angelo Lopez on the paper back there. We have one out in the bottom of the ninth in the backgammon. We have our first mini diamond coming up in pack number 3 here. Luis Pena in paper. Walker Jenkins VIP insert. Jose Perdomo, our first hit of the night with the mini diamond. And Carlos Tavares chrome. Let's go a couple of packs at a time, like 250, sold it instantly. I mean, I really thought that call-up time was a good time to sell for Kurtz with all of the hype that he had coming out of the minor leagues. But I guess, speaking of our guy Kurtz right there, we sold a little bit early there, you Vandal. All right, going 3 packs here. Let's see what we have. Anything colorful? Does not look like it. Uh-oh. Hit by pitch by Diaz. We have a Brooks Lee Rockstar rookies, Walker Jenkins, and Yostinson Garcia, who is now on fire at the AAA level. There's a Kurtz paper. There's Bazana on the Hobby Legends, Cam Smith on the top 100, Javier Magallon, chrome, Cameron Sullivan, chrome, Jesus Medei getting on the board in paper early, Richard Matic, and Robert Calles, our first non-first chrome hit of the night. So Yostinson, I don't know if anybody has followed Finley at all. It's I think I mentioned it previously with a couple of players. Shedri Vargas and Emmanuel Clase did releases on there. But Yostinson Garcia, I saw now, also has a release where you can invest in his future earnings and get like 0.00109% of his future earnings if you invest a certain amount of money in his career, which is an interesting option for a pretty good prospect. Kevin McGonigal, Greatness Loading. We have Didier Fuentes, Reptilian, and Aspel Gonzalez, Chrome. So our first Reptilian of the night is, I don't know if Didier is still in the majors, but at least somebody who made his debut this year, Fuentes. What do you guys, based on what we've seen so far from Yostinson's trajectory, who do you guys think is a good comp for him and in the major leagues, who's in the middle of his career right now? You Vandals hoping for some PJ Morlandos tonight? I was trying to think of what a good comp for Yostinson Garcia's career could be to try and figure out if they're what his career earnings might be. We have an Augustin Ramirez top 100, Hagen Smith and Malcolm Moore chrome, Seaver King and Jeremy Cabrera chrome. Couple of nice Rangers prospects there getting chrome firsts. He is a big guy. He's a powerful guy. I randomly picked a team quickly to try and comp him, and I looked at the Guardians, and the player who I thought might be the best comp off the Guardians' current roster was Lane Thomas as like a possible low end. We have a fuchsia wave coming up in this row. Kobe Mayo on the board with the Rookie of the Year favorites. Zaire Hope on the board in chrome. Andrew Painter. Jared Sundstrom, David Ortiz Jr. There's a Slade Caldwell paper, Bryce Eldridge VIP. There's an Ohtani paper, Sammy Stafora, and our future looks like it's upside down, and it is PJ Morlando. You Vandal, active in the chat, getting his guy. Number 140 of 199 there for PJ Morlando. We might have a little bit of a, I actually don't know what that is on the corner. It doesn't look like it's, maybe that's just how his foot usually looks. And I usually don't notice because it's not usually colorful on the bottom of that card. I think that's actually just his foot. Nice PJ Morlando there, number 140 of 199. Stafora on the board for the first time in Chrome. Zaire Hope on the board for the first time in Chrome. And Kobe Mayo on the board for the first time with the Rookie of the Year favorites. Foot, yeah, that's. I got confused and scared for a second, and I thought it was a defect, but looks like a foot. Vandal on the board early. We got Lou in the chat. Let's see some Hyunsuk Kim cards for Tanner. Oh, Edwin looks like he's going to try and scare us. Oh, we might have an orange reptilian here. Tough to tell with these, but I think that might be what we're looking at. And it is an orange autograph on the reptilian of a different LA pitcher, Jesus Tolero, number 13 of 25. And our hobby box auto number 1, or from box number 1, is orange. Jonathan Long and Emilian Petrie chromes, and a top 100 Braden Taylor, Will Simpson, and Jose Perdomo getting on the board in chromes in that stack. So Tolero, our first autograph of the night, and orange on the board early. Nice hit there. You hit the same card, numbered 12 of 25, and you called it the Jesus birthday card. Well, it's Jesus birthday number 2 then. That is the way we want to do the hobby box, an orange autograph. We have the X-Fractor coming up here. We'll go right to that. We have a Dylan Cruz greatness loading and Lazaro Montes on the X-Fractor, and the Mets, after Diaz walked the bases loaded, hold on to the win. Hyunsuk Jang, there he is. There's the other Dodgers pitcher right there on the base chrome. Getting on the board, a pack too late for that orange auto. Would have been cool if we had back-to-back people asking for players and then them getting big hits. Looking for some Quinn Matthews today for Chris. Chris switching it up and going for Quinn. I like it. I don't remember if I finished my story before, but yeah, I thought that the best comp for Yostenson on like a average, if he hits like his average potential, would be Lane Thomas, and his career earnings are in the, I want to say, $37 to $45 million range. So at that range, the Yostenson investment would pay itself back with a little bit of interest. It's an interesting structure they have. Definitely check it out on finley.co if you're interested. It's a pretty cool idea. Roki Sasaki on the Rockstar rookies, Charles McAdoo and Kadeem Diao chromes. We have a top 100 of George Clausen, Santiago Suarez, and Cam Smith getting chromes. And Caden Kendall and Jonah Tong getting chromes. Tong and Sasaki getting themselves on the board with chrome hits. 6 packs left out of box number 1. Looks like we might have some color here. Purple paper. It's a first, and it's Luke Sennard Big picture box here, number 249 of 250 on the purple paper. We have a Matt Shaw VIP and a Sebastian Walcott Reptilian and a George Clausen Chrome. Another nice picture here with the Clausen, big-time prospect in Walcott, although did not get many firsts on our non-numbered hits in box number 1. I don't know if anybody was watching that Met Giant game, but Ronnie Mauricio 4 for 4 with what may have been just a clip of the wall short of a cycle in down the right field line. If that ball didn't clip the right field box there and bounce back out, he might have had a triple to complete the cycle. Mike Trout on the Hobby Legends, Aiden Smith and Elvin Garcia on Chromes. Just like Nick Kurtz in that 4 home run game might have had 5 home runs if he didn't hit one to the deepest part of the ballpark that just missed the top of the wall by a couple feet. We have a top 100 of Drew Jones, Dowell Joseph, and Christian Moore on Chromes, and Christian Campbell on the paper. A couple color cards coming here. Looks like a purple chrome and a sky blue paper. Sky blue paper is Francisco Lindor, number 264 of 499. Johnny Lovell getting the chrome and an upside down picture purple of Chase Mobley. Big picture box continues. 206 of 250 there for Chase Mobley. So our colored cards coming out pretty consistently as firsts in that one. And the non-numbered pretty consistently coming out as non-firsts. Francisco Lindor getting that sky blue paper. Bryce Eldridge again to the insert only lot with that greatness loading. Paulinho Santana and Franklin Arias, our biggest name in chrome in that first box, at least with 1 pack left. Of course, it's always Franklin Arias, so we get plenty of chrome hits of. I think the Mets are on a 7-game winning streak now. Last pack of the hobby box, first hobby box. Thomas Sajazi, Rookie of the Year favorites on the insert. Engith Arena and Carson Benj Chromes. All right, going to head to the second hobby box. What else? I've stayed on top of the Mets and what they've been doing over the last week. Any other big news out of Major League Baseball over the last week? I saw that Warming Bernabel got the call up and had a 1-for-3 day in his debut. Hit a home run today in his second game for the Rockies. All right, going into hobby box number 2. Let me just know in the chat that you guys can hear me. I want to make sure everything's good with the stream. Just that it's a quiet chat tonight. Loud and clear. Thank you, Kevin. And here we go into hobby box number 2. Thanks, ABC. All right, so box number 1, not off to a bad start, getting the yellow autograph. Let's see what we could follow that up with here. So a nice hit with one of our colors with the Orlando for you, Vandal. And a very nice hit on the autograph Now it's time to start getting some more hits of offensive players after a first big pitcher box. Yes, Kevin. Always all card ship in my breaks. I know Brian occasionally does his what's it called? His paper vet slot, but for me, all cards of the guys that you have ship, including paper, which I think is actually the way that Brian does it too. He just doesn't list the full checklist. All right, here we go. Anything colorful in this first stack? It does not look like it. We have a red rookie of Ben Rice. Nice one there, even though he wasn't eligible for the red rookie qualifications of Rookie of the Year. We have a Braden Montgomery and Aaron Estrada chrome. We have a top 100 of Christian Campbell, Ashley Andujar, and Gregory Barrios chromes. Kevin Alcantara, Rookie of the Year favorites. Charlie Condon getting on the board for the first time in box number 2, and Andrew Morris finishing out that stack with a chrome. I don't think any in the couple of trades that have happened so far that I've seen. I don't know if there were any trades during the day today that I didn't catch since the Mets traded for Gregory Soto, who had his first outing as a Met today and looked very good. Any other trade deadline deals that went through on Sunday today? So far from what I've seen, not many really big name prospects. I don't think any of the players that were traded had Bowman firsts yet, or Bowman cards. We have a Travis Bazzana VIP, and there we go, Chris. Finally getting you a hit. We owed you this one for quite a few weeks. Chris getting the Quinn Matthews mini diamond, off to a nice start tonight. Yumin Lin behind that in chrome. So finally getting Chris something with one of the top pitching prospects in the product, Quinn Matthews, getting the mini diamond there. Man, we've owed Chris that one for quite a few weeks. Doesn't look like we have any color in this stack. We have a Walker Jenkins top 100. Kyle Teal and Caleb Lomavita getting on the board for the second time for Lomavita, first time for Teal. Pablo Guerrero and Josh Noth getting on the board in chromes. JJ Weatherholt getting a paper there. Noth and Lomavita, both first rounders. We'll get them both in sleeves. Let's see what's going on. Meb, what's going on? Let's see. Hurts be some big trades incoming. D-backs looking for too much. D-backs already made 2 deals, right? Was it Grichuk and Bo Naylor already traded? Let's go with 2 packs here. We have a top 100 of Owen Casey. Do we think Owen Casey will get dealt with how hot he's been and how blocked he is at the major league level right now? Jonah Tong getting on the board for the second time. Arun Escobar on the board for the first time. Top 100 Rookie of the Year favorite Jace Young, Emilian Petrie, and Caden Kendall. I heard someone say that Jace Young could be a good trade candidate too, with his first round. What's it called? With him being a first rounder and not really getting all that much of a shot in Detroit right now, and probably not really going to get one realistically this year. And there's our autograph out of box number 2, second autograph of the night. Aaron Estrada base there. And I think that must be the first time I've pulled his autograph, because I have certainly never seen an autograph like that. I'm guessing that's just supposed to be an A, And I don't know what these little lines are all over the place around that, but that is an interesting autograph by Aaron Estrada. Santiago Suarez and Charles McAdoo getting chromes there. So Aaron Estrada, our second autograph of the day. Nice player there. All right, what do we have? What's up with the Sapphire selections? They're not. I don't know. I sold a. I forgot. I think it was just a PSA 10 base Sapphire selections non-auto of Dylan Cruz last year for like $120. So that I feel like that's a reasonable sale price there for a base, essentially a base Sapphire card. We have a Charlie Condon greatness loading and Christian Campbell on the X Fractor with Cam Caminiti, who's finally back on the mound in a chrome hit there. Let's see. Really hurt the D-backs when Yankees punted and took McMahon over Eugenio Suarez. That's true. Definitely. Were you hoping to get Spencer Jones out of Eugenio Suarez, Meb? Chris has been a tough going. Oh, well, I guess you get something for your 50th birthday. Is that today, Chris? Happy birthday. The Yankees picked up Ahmed Rosario. That's kind of funny. I feel like he moves every trade deadline the last couple of years. Let's go 2 packs here. Aaron Estrada got promoted to Double-A today. Good day to pull an Aaron Estrada then. We have a Xavier Isaac going to the insert only spot. Elvin Garcia and Mitch Jeb chromes. And chromes of Kadeem Diao and Aiden Smith. So we're getting some repeats and some new players in this box. I don't know what kind of a mixture this is, but a little bit of new, a little bit of old, a little bit of new, a little bit of repeat, I should say. Let's see. We need a Mets or Yankees auto, says Lou. Uvana says, I picked up a gold Christian Campbell and Eduardo Quintero for around $30 each. Is that gold 2025 Bowman card or firsts? Ooh, let's see. We got a Reptilian, at least in this stack. And that's just an insert. So the Reptilian coming up. Cags in paper. Jacob Wilson, rookie card, greatness loading. Malcolm Moore getting the Reptilian. And Carlos Tavares getting chrome. We have Brooks Lee on the Rockstar rookies. Hayden Alvarez and Bo Walker chromes. Hayden Alvarez on the board for, I think, the first time. Can't remember if we said his name once already. Malcolm Moore getting the Reptilian, improving our quality of Reptilians there. And Jacob Wilson, greatness loading. It was Friday. Well, I'm glad of all weeks we could get you that hit this week then. We certainly owed it to you for your birthday week. Oh, we have a blue wave coming up here. Let's go right to this pack. We have a Jesus Tolero chrome, and the blue wave is a first. It's a hitter, and it's a guy that we've hit a lot of this year. Usually ink, though, on Cole Fontenelle. Cole Fontenelle getting the blue wave 130 of 150 there in that pack. So Cole Fontenelle getting a nice hit. Let's see what else we have in the chat. Sapphire selection. Oh, Sapphire selections of Campbell and Quintero. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a pretty good value on a gold Sapphire selections of those guys. I would have made that purchase, New Vandal, hands down. Let's see. The D-backs have major issues. Nothing the Yankees could offer will help. Are you saying for this year or like projecting into the future, they have major issues. I thought they had all these kids in the minors that were off to super hot starts this year. Is that slowing down as the season progresses? All right, let's go 3 packs here. We have, I don't see any color in these 3 packs. We have a Shohei Ohtani Hobby Legend, so Ohtani getting his first chrome hit of the night. Carson Williams VIP, Tink Hence, and Aspel Garcia chromes. Gary Gill Hill and Victor Rodriguez chromes. Drew Gilbert top 100, Sean Keys and Cameron Sullivan chromes. Gill Hill and Ohtani getting sleeves there. One more stack of 6 packs here to go in hobby box number 2. We have a purple coming up. Let's go right to it. Another Jesus Midday paper. We have a purple Dylan Cruz, Rockstar Rookies, Dowell Joseph Chrome, and another first on the purple, and another guy that we've been hitting pretty often, Victor Rodriguez, 104 of 250 on our purple. Been hitting a lot of Cole Fontenelle and a lot of Victor Rodriguez. Getting a couple of hits tonight. Well, Meb, is in theory, isn't the D-backs needing a reset a good thing for you and chances that your son gets up to the major league level at some point? We have a couple of color cards coming up here, starting with a Hagen Smith fuchsia paper, numbered 194 of 299. We have a Carson Bench VIP and another guy that we hit all the time, Emilian Petrie getting the reptilian, Nick Kurtz getting on the board in chrome. I did not realize this until I watched the highlights of that 4 home run game that the announcers love calling him the Big Amish, or at least the announcer that was covering the game that night. If anybody saw the highlights of that game, was that his dad that they kept showing after each of his home runs that was out at Houston? Let's see. Yankees low-key gave up more than people think for McMahon. Griff Herring was pitching like a stud in the minors, and his development will die in Colorado. Your son got promoted to Double-A this week? That's your son that you're talking about, Meb? Let's see. Petrie's a sleeper. You have him in this break too. You Vandal having sleeper of a good break tonight with the Petrie and the PJ Morlando. The right guys to take tonight. We have a Hobby Legends JJ Weatherholt, Johnny Lavelle on the board for the second time in chrome, and Paulinho Santana. Damn, congratulations. That is a good level for pitching development. So definitely some excitement then coming up. Kevin McGonigal on the board in a top 100. Angeth Arena, and there's JJ Weatherholt again in chrome for the first time on a base chrome. Time to open up some more top loaders. Sod Poodles. And I feel like they get better every year. Like a couple teams change their name every year, and we get a crazy new name like the Rumble Ponies. All right, Weatherholt adding to our big name chrome hits. Penny sleeves as well. Time to go shove for Casey. Two more packs here in hobby box number 2. The Trash Pandas. Love the Trash Pandas. The cool names used to be like the Isotopes, and then they went overboard. We have Cam Smith on the Greatness loading. Speaking of good nicknames, Tugboat Wilkinson there. O'Neill Perez in chrome as well. Carson Benj. And there's our first Eduardo Quintero of the night. So adding another nice name into our chrome hits to finish off box number 2. First time on the board for Quintero. CC Sabathia making the Hall of Fame. Fun class. The Blue Wahoos. Don't the Cubs have a really good name too somewhere in their organization? Dave Parker is an interesting Hall of Famer. I would have thought he would have been a little bit more fringy than to get in as quickly as he did. love Ichiro in the Hall of Fame. I have to listen to his whole speech later on. I also have to watch the David Wright documentary that the Mets put out last Thursday when they did his number retirement and Mets Hall of Fame induction. All right, here we go. Starting off hobby box number 3. Well, we got a reptilian there. Let's go to these 2 packs. We have Brooks Lee on the Greatness loading this time. Our reptilian is Aiden Smith, whose name we've said a couple times in base already. We have a Yumin Lin, who's on the board for the second time in chrome. Kobe Mayo on the board in chrome with a Rockstar rookie. Sammy Stafora and Jared Sundstrom both back on the board for the second time each. So it looks like we're going to be getting some repeats in hobby box number 3 from some players we've seen in the first couple boxes. So do we think that Pete Rose becomes a Hall of Famer next year then? Now that he is re-eligible? Glad you got up to Hillsborough for a weekend. Who's is Hillsborough the team that he was on prior to the call up? All right, let's go 3 packs here. Looks like we have a Fuchsia Wave coming up in this stack. We have a Jonathan Long chrome. Fuchsia Wave non-first. Emil Morales, nice prospect there. JJ Weatherholds again in paper. We have a top 100. Chase DeLauder going to the insert only spot. Will Simpson and Caleb Lomavita getting chromes. Zaire Hope back on the board in chrome, as well as Andrew Painter. Hope, Lomavita, Long, and Emil Morales on the Fuchsia Wave. One more pack out of that first stack. 2 hits out of that stack already. Can we get one more? We have a Nick Kurtz VIP. Emilian Petrie back on the board, and Carlos Tavares back on the board. So lots of duplicates here. Let's see if we can get any of the big names that we already hit in duplicates. So far, our big names on the board are Quintero, Weatherholt, Franklin Arias, and Condon. See if we can get repeats of any of them. Let's go 3 packs here. Looks like no color in this stack. Oh, but we do have our autograph, base autograph of one of the top pitchers in the product, George Clausen, who seems to be starting to come along a little bit this year. Clausen on the base autograph there. Ellie on the Hobby Legends. Josue Briseño, there's a new one on the board for the first time. And James Tibbs chrome. Briseño with a chrome. James Tibbs again on the top 100. Bryce Rayner and Yansa Luis. Okay, so now all of a sudden we're getting all new chromes. Nick York on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Naibel Mariano and Marcos Torres on chromes. So all new chromes on the board there to start the second stack, in addition to the George Clausen base auto. Couple of nice base autographs in the last 2 hobby boxes with Clausen and Aaron Estrada. Apparently on Estrada's call-up day to AA. This 2025 Bowman class just continues to look better and better as these players are developing this year. I really liked this checklist when it first came out. I feel like it got appreciated a little bit at the beginning, but I think it's starting to get the love now. The prices on these jumbo boxes have gone absolutely crazy on some of the secondary sites. We have a Braden Montgomery top 100, Peyton Eales, and Arun Escobar chromes. We have Franebert Montilla and Aiden Miller. So all new names in chrome all of a sudden. JJ Weatherholt, Greatness Loading, Chase Burns chrome, and Emil Morales chrome. Bunch of nice names on the board for the first time there. Escobar, Eales, and Montilla. We have our autograph out, but besides that, we have a lot of color that still needs to come out of this box, and that won't start in that pack. Whoa, this is thick. All right, we got something exciting coming up here. Should we... Let's go right to it, see what we have. Oh, it's just a ton of cards. That's weird. That was the thickest pack I've seen in a while. That's just a ton of paper. That's really strange. All right, well, let's see what we have. Roman Anthony going to the insert only lot with the top 100. Javier Magallon and JJ Weatherholt. So we're back to some repeats now in this stack. Kobe Mayo on the Rookie of the Year favorites. Richard Maddich and Robert Callas. Supposed to be 8 cards per pack, and I think we had like 8 paper cards in that pack. Would have been... good thing I didn't save that until the end of the box, thinking there was something more exciting in there. Oh, it looks like this pack is super thin now. So they just packaged these 2 weird. Yep, this one has no papers in it. We have a Drew Thorpe red rookie. Second time on the board with the red rookie for Drew Thorpe today for Meb. Walker Jenkins and Yostinson Garcia. So all nice chromes in that one. Yoniga Ugarte, the only paper card in that pack. I think they did it again here. This pack is super thick. This pack is super thin. So the packaging machine got a little weird on this box. We have a mini diamond coming up here. 2, 3, 4, Bryce Eldridge on the VIP, D'Angelo Ortiz on the mini diamond, O'Neal Perez on the chrome, and Christian Campbell on the paper. So D'Angelo Ortiz getting our mini diamond. Seaver King chrome, Yeremy Cabrera chrome, and Winston Santos paper in the back. So we have our mini diamond out. I think we still have at least one reptilian and an X-Fractor coming out of this box. See if there's any additional color. We have Roki Sasaki on a Hobby Legends, Leo DeVries on the top 100, Hagen Smith, and Gregory Barrios chromes. And one more stack of 6-packs to go from the hobby portion of the break. No color there. There's a reptilian and a gold paper. So a bunch of excitement coming up here. Gold paper is a first. David Ortiz, the other Ortiz brother. So we got a D'Angelo Ortiz mini diamond and now a David Ortiz gold paper, number 35 of 50. We have a VIP Walker Jenkins and Kadeem Diao getting the reptilian. Cam Caminiti chrome. Jackson Joe Brockstar rookies, Cade Horton and Nate Nankill chromes. Nankill getting a chrome and a paper in that stack. Let's see. Anybody else pull anything big over the last couple weeks? I've been missing ripping in the last. It's been 14 days since I ripped a box. Come on, hit, says Kevin, for all of your guys. We have, might be a color reptilian coming up here. Jackson Humphreys chrome, and it is a gold Sammy Hernandez reptilian, number 1 of 50. So we get a bookend on the serial number 1, Sammy Hernandez there. Fun hit there. Sammy Hernandez gold. Let's see, I'll put that to the side. So a couple golds. Gold paper and a gold chrome in the last few packs. Uvanel says I got a Skeens image variation in Topps Chrome. Oh yeah, I haven't done a break since Topps Chrome came out. Any fun Topps Chrome hits besides that Skeens image variation that Uvanel pulled? I know Brian did a couple rips, and I think he said he pulled some pretty cool stuff in the boxes that he opened. He pulled a Blaster's out yet? I don't know what it was that he opened that he hit a Willie Randolph orange autograph. There's another Jesus Madej paper. Haven't seen him in chrome yet. Lazaro Montes greatness loading. Chen-Wei Lin and Nick Kurtz chromes. Luis Pena paper. We have a Ketel Marte sky blue paper. Is that one of your guys, Kevin? Alejandro Rosario and Anderson Brito chrome. And finishing off our hobby portion, we have a Cooper Pratt top 100, Jack Penny, and Mitch Jeb chromes. So I am going to sleeve up those hits, and I'm going to shift over our piles that we have growing over here before we get to our jumbo box, and then finish off with the Sapphire edition. Can't remember if Ketel Marte was in the lot tonight. Not you. Let's see. In a football, you hit a Jaden Daniel Silver Prism. Nice. Chris, you're heating up. Everybody knew it was your birthday this week, and they decided to start hitting for you. I guess now's a good time to start ripping football again. Although at this point, unless it's a big hit, it's probably going to take too long to too long of a turnaround to get anything graded by PSA. We've had some really slow turnarounds at PSA recently. I think we had an order that we put in March or April, and finally just hit grading this week. So PSA has slowed down a little bit with their turnaround times, which were pretty quick for a while. Man, the A's have some fielding wise. All right, here we go. 3 autos coming up. Combo box of the night. Currently, we don't have anything posted for this week until next Sunday, when I'm going to be running 3 hobbies and 2 jumbos. So that'll be a 9 autograph break, I believe, that I'm running next week. Let me just double check the listings that I posted to make sure I have that right. That is going to be 3 hobbies, 2 jumbos. Yep, next Sunday. I'm going to get a break live for Brian at some point too, which might end up being the following Tuesday for an additional half a case of hobbies as well. And then I got to get my hands on some more Sapphire with this crazy price jump. The Sapphire prices have gone crazy once again. So I got to see what I can do Sapphire wise, so we can keep running these Sapphire breaks. All right, starting off the jumbo portion of the break. See some more color in our autos coming up here. We have a Haesung Kim on the board in chrome for the first time with a Rockstar Rookies insert. Luis Angel Acuna on the board in chrome for the first time with a Greatness loading. Leo DeVries VIP, Jesus Tolero, Sean Keys, Gary Gill-Hill, Yafri Rodriguez heating up a little bit for the Red Sox finally. Humberto Cruz, some nice first-time names on the board, and Cags with the top 100. So getting some players for the first time who we haven't seen in chrome yet. Yafri on the board, Gary Gill-Hill, second time for him. Couple of rookies on the board for the first time in chrome with Acuna and Haesung Kim. Let's see. Topps Now had a nice Kurtz rookie card. Yeah, Darren, I bought a couple orders of 5 cards of those. Fingers crossed we can get one of the big cards out of those multiple orders. I definitely couldn't help myself with those. That was a really sweet card that they put out. We have a Spencer Schwellenbach red rookie and an upside down Hayden Alvarez base auto. So our first autograph of the box is a base Hayden Alvarez, Victor Rodriguez chrome, Tink Hentz. We have a Reptilian coming up here as well, Jack Lyons, Giancarlos Lara, and Conrad Kaysen. We haven't said his name yet tonight, getting a Reptilian on the board. And in the back, we have a top 100 of Charlie Condon. A couple of fun cards there. Continuing to get some nice names in our base chrome autographs. Now, Klassen, Hayden Alvarez, and Estrada. I'm actually going to put Estrada down there. And we'll put the Hayden Alvarez up on the main stand. Try and get some of the glare off the Klassen. Darren, did you pick up any of those Topps Now Nick Kurtz cards? I was really tempted to keep buying more after I bought the 2 orders. I don't know if you guys buy through Topps often, you can redeem rewards points to get discounts on those Topps Now orders, and obviously I buy a lot off of Topps, so I was able to only pay like $13 an order for the 2 orders of those cards. We have something backwards coming up here. Let's see what that means. We have a Roki Sasaki, Rookie of the Year favorites. Carson Benj, VIP. A Smith Pineda, chrome. Max Clark. Tsung-Chi Chang. Cody Freeman, and David Ortiz backwards in just a base chrome, interestingly. And a top 100 of Dalton Rushing going to the insert only lot. Another rookie, Sasaki there. I think we have him at least 3 times on the board in chrome. All right, let's take all of the middle packs and put them to the bottom the middle packs we want to open now because we already had an autograph out of the middle row. So we shouldn't have another autograph out of there. We'll go with those packs next. You grabbed 5 all in with Kurtz. Yeah, definitely a good guy to be all in with. I probably should have bought more. And in hindsight, I was really tempted. Then I had to get in a flight. We have a red rookie of Rhett Lauder, Angitha Reyna, Carson Benj, Eduardo Quintero on the board for the second time, Yumin Lin on the board with Caleb Lomavita for, I think, the 3rd time each there. And in the back, a top 100 of Drew Jones. Man, whoever took the bounty on that Drew Jones Superfractor made the right choice with how he has been developing. Speaking of Meb mentioning issues with the D-backs in the future, the development that we had hoped for Drew Jones certainly has not been what we had hoped. And whoever gets that Superfractor with the autograph of Kurtz from that Topps Now card is actually, you know what I didn't even think of in a long time? We pulled the Nick Kurtz lottery ball 1 of 1. I wonder what that card's worth now. Man, I wonder if I could remember who got that card and reach out to see what they ended up doing with the lottery ball card, because that card could be insane right now. VIP of Caglione, Pablo Guerrero, Josh Noth, David Ortiz Jr., Jose Perdomo, and Luis Morejo getting on the board for the first time with the 122 of 199 Fuchsia Wave. And the top 100 is Hagen Smith. Wow, I hadn't even thought of that since he got called up to the major leagues. Is anybody in that break where we pulled the lottery ball redemption? We had no idea what it was at the time. I wonder if any of those. Can anybody check if any of the lottery ball redemptions or lottery ball cards have sold yet? We have a James Wood first time in chrome there, with Hobby Legends. Spencer Swellenbach on the Rockstar rookies. Travis Bazzana VIP. PJ Morlando back on the board for the first time in a while with chrome. Sammy Hernandez. Cam Smith. Jose Perdomo. Marcos Torres getting a refractor. I love the way these refractors look this year. I think I say it every time I pull one. 314 of 499 there for Marcos Torres. We have a top 100 Luke Keeschel. See if he makes it back from the DL at any point this season. Nice. Marcos Torres there. And PJ Morlando. Let's see. Everyone was in that break, but I think it wasn't him. Let me just see. Let's see. If I search for lottery ball, what comes up? Lottery ball. Bowman? Nothing. Lotto ball Bowman? Nothing. So I can't see any sales history for Lotto Ball cards on Card Ladder, at least. You've been in almost every break for the last 5 years. Darren, that is the truth. We finally have a numbered paper card coming up here. Let me scroll through all these first. We have Bazana on the Hobby Legends, Kyle Teal on the Greatness Loading, Cooper Pratt on the VIP, Dowell Joseph Chrome, Johnny Lavelle on the board again in Chrome, Paulinho Santana, O'Neill Perez, and Gregory Barrios getting a lot of people on the board multiple times in Chrome once again this week. And Jesus Tolero getting another hit with the sky blue paper, 418 of 499, and George Clausen on the top 100. So been a quiet one for two of the biggest names in the product, Luis Pena and Jesus Medei, who we've hit a bunch of times in paper, but have not said their names in at least Chrome variation yet. See if we can sneak them on the board, as well as McGonigal. Been quiet tonight as well. We've hit some inserts of McGonigal, but no Chromes or no Chrome base variation. Christian Moore, Greatness Loading, Leo DeVries. There's Thomas White for the first time, Ismail Javier, Cam Smith back on the board, and Travis Bazana. Said Cam Smith's name a bunch of times now. Top 100, we have Moises Ballesteros going to the insert only lot. Thomas White seems to be coming along pretty nicely too after a pretty nice outing. I think he only got 2 outs in the futures game. There should be an autograph pack, so we'll save that until the end. We have Mike Trout on the Hobby Legends, Kyle Teal. In Chrome, Hayden Alvarez. Bo Walker. There's Quinn Matthews back on the board again for Chris. Chase Mobley. And Sebastian Walcott in the top 100. 3 Quinn Matthews on the board now for Chris, including the mini diamond. All right, that's an autograph, and one of these two is an autograph. Let's go with this pack first. So we'll have 2 autographs in the next 3 packs. No color yet in this one. Let's see if that changes here. We have lime green and paper. That's not going to be our autograph. We have Shea Whitcomb on the lime green paper, rookie, number 298 of 399, Roki Sasaki Rockstar Rookies insert. Matt Shaw VIP. Tugboat Wilkinson back on the board in Chrome. Condon on the board in Chrome for the second time. Andrew Morris, Carlos Tavares, and Cameron Sullivan. So we'll save our autographs to the last 2 packs of the jumbo box. Zaire Hope back on the board with a top 100. Wilkinson, another Sasaki. And 2 cards to get in. Top loaders, Condon, and the lime green Shea Whitcomb. All right, we're due for a big autograph hit here. We haven't had a numbered one since box number 1 with the Jesus Tolero orange. Let's see what we're going to get to finish off our jumbo box. We're going to get a Superfractor, guys. Ooh, let's see what we have. It's going to be an insert Superfractor Hobby Legends Dylan Cruz rookie Superfractor autograph on the Hobby Legends sticker auto. We were due for something big, and that's something very big. Cruz underperforming this year, but a Superfractor there on the rookie. You Vandal picked this box, and whoever owns the Dylan Cruz spot is very thankful. Let's get that right into a top loader. That's my first Superfractor in a while. I'm trying to think what the last Superfractor was I pulled. Let's get that front and center. We'll move the Alvarez over. I think I might have to finally take Chris's Quinn Matthews down off the stands. Dylan Cruz, Superfractor auto Hobby Legends insert. I can't even remember what my last Superfractor was. And I have to think about it. Edglin Perez Chrome, Kellen Lindsay, Ricardo Yan, Malcolm Moore, and Hyunsuk Jang. And going to the back, there's some more papers of Pena and Jesus Madej. Slade Caldwell on the top 100. What a pack that was. We have a 1 of 1 on the board tonight. So a number to 25 auto and now a superfractor auto. And looks like we could potentially be getting a purple here to finish off the hobby portion of the break before we shift over to Sapphire. We have a Kumar Rocker Rookie of the Year favorites and a purple Jacob Bresnahan auto, numbered 12 of 250 on our final auto of the box. Spencer Schwellenbach, Greatness Loading, Ashley Andujar, Braden Montgomery, Aaron Estrada, Aspel Gonzalez, and more Malcolm Moores. Back-to-back packs with Malcolm Moore chromes. We loaded up on Malcolm Moore chromes tonight, weirdly. Justin Crawford with the insert only, top 100 there. So Bresnahan, who we had a family member in one of our first breaks of Bresnahan. We haven't really hit much of him this year, but a purple autograph, serial number 12 of 250. Kevin needs a hit in Sapphire. Kevin, that's going to be tough. I think most of your guys are paper only, so I don't know how much you have available out of Sapphire. Cruz should be back real soon. Yeah, he needs to turn his season around and his hobby reputation around, because he was the guy out of Chrome 2024. Bowman 2024, and now he's seemingly not even like one of the top 5 chases out of that product. All right, there is our empty Sapphire box. We have our 8 packs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's see what excitement we can get here. Tanner saying could use a hit in Sapphire for sure. Tanner, who'd you have tonight? All right, let's see. We are starting off with a new name, Kevin Castillo on the board, Esteban Mejia, Bishop Letson, and of course, Malcolm Moore. Malcolm Moore has been stealing the show tonight. It's 3 packs in a row now with a Malcolm Moore card. Tanner, who'd you get? See another Texas Ranger at the bottom of this pack. And hey, there we go. Kevin McGonigal hadn't showed up all night, but there he is in Sapphire. Good time for him to show up. McGonigal Sapphire. Corey Lewis. We have gold on a first. Luke Senard and David Ortiz Jr. I think that's all first so far in Sapphire. Senard getting our first parallel, number 21 of 50 there. Senard, I think, had a hit already tonight. I don't remember which one it was. But we'll get that one up on a stand, and we'll get that Kevin McGonigal top loaded as well. Nice McGonigal Sapphire. Oh, Hyunsuk Chang. Yeah, only a couple of base autographs of him so far. Base chromes of him so far tonight. Oh, Perdomo, guy that we've been hitting a lot of seemingly tonight. We have Lucas Ramirez on the board. Cags on the board. Winston Santos for the first time tonight. And Jose Perdomo yet again. Lots of Jose Perdomos tonight. Winston Santos and Lucas Ramirez, in addition to Kevin McGonigal sneaking on the board in chrome variations for the first time in the Sapphire portion. We'll get that Cags and a top loader as well, even though he's been slumping. Fernando Cruz on the board for the first time. We have a green coming up here. Fabian Lopez. In the back, we have your guy. There he is, Tanner. You asked and we provided. Hyunsuk Jang on the board. And a first of Ichiro Kano Hernandez. First time on the board for him tonight, getting a Sapphire parallel. Number 79 of 99 for Ichiro Kano Hernandez. Tanner's guy getting on the board in Sapphire. Four more packs to go. We have 2 parallels out so far, so guaranteed at least one more in an autograph. We'll see if there'll be any bonus in this one again. Starting off here, no color. Let's see if we get our autograph here. We have a Drew Jones. We have another Ichiro Kano Hernandez. We have our autograph coming up here, and it is Yeremy Cabrera. Not a bad one there. Nice name on the board there. 64 of 199 on the Sapphire autograph with a Cam Smith on the board again tonight in Sapphire. Lots of Cam Smith hits tonight. But Yeremy Cabrera getting our base autograph there out of the Sapphire box. Got to open up some more top loaders to top load that. Get that Cabrera up there and sleeve up the Ichiro Kano Hernandez. 3 more packs to go. At least one more Sapphire parallel to go, unless we get some bonus. There's one parallel. We have a Walker Janik on the board for the first time tonight in Sapphire. Yancel Villaroel on the board for the first time tonight. And Aspel Gonzalez, another guy that we like to hit on the yellow parallel, number 57 of 75, with a George Clausen Sapphire behind that. So Aspel Gonzalez getting our 3rd parallel of the box. We'll see if we can get any bonus hits from here. Man, we're talking football on ESPN already. We're at that point in the year. All right, let's see what we can finish off these last 2 packs with. We have all base here. Jesus Lopez starting us off. Conrad Kaysen. Cobb Hightower on the board for the first time. And Christian Moore. Can we sneak a Luis Pena or Jesus Medei on the board for the first time here? Good luck, everybody, in the last pack. We are going to get an orange, so we'll get one more hit here. Esteban Gonzalez, Cole Fontanelle, Aspel Gonzalez, and the final hit of the night is a non-first Braden Montgomery, number 8 of 25 on our bonus Sapphire parallel there. So a rough one tonight for 2 of the big names in our Milwaukee prospects. Braden Montgomery getting number 8 of 25 on the orange Sapphire parallel. We're going to recap the hits from the break tonight as soon as we sleeve up these last couple cards. Interesting break tonight, getting some super high end at points, but some super big names missing hits completely. Thank you, everybody, for anybody who's signing off, who joined the break tonight. Like I mentioned, we'll be back next week with a 3 hobby, 2 jumbo break. But recapping tonight's hits, we have Starting off with Sapphires of Cags and Kevin McGonigal. Base Chrome, we had 2 Charlie Condons, 2 Eduardo Quinteros, 1 Franklin Arias, and 2 JJ Weatherholts from our big name players. Going to the main stack. Let's start with our non-numbereds. All right, in Reptilian, we had Didier Fuentes, Sebastian Walcott, Emilian Petrie, Aiden Smith, Kadeem Diao, and Sammy Hernandez. That is a gold Reptilian, not a base. Number 1 of 50 there for Sammy Hernandez. We had mini diamonds of Jose Perdomo and D'Angelo Ortiz, and X fractors of Las Montes and Christian Campbell. Orange Sapphire parallel of Braden Montgomery, number 8 of 25. Ichiro Kano Hernandez on the green Sapphire parallel, number 79 of 99. Jacob Bresnahan on the purple auto. Quinn Matthews also getting a mini diamond. Shea Whitcomb lime green paper. Jesus Tolero sky blue paper. Marcos Torres refractor. Luis Morejo fuchsia wave refractor. Conrad Kaysen Reptilian. Cattell Marte sky blue paper. David Ortiz gold paper. David Ortiz Jr. gold paper. Emil Morales fuchsia wave. Chrome. Hagen Smith fuchsia paper. Victor Rodriguez purple chrome. Cole Fontenelle blue wave. Malcolm Moore on the Reptilian. Ben Rice on the red rookie. Francisco Lindor sky blue paper. Purple paper of Luke Sennard and purple chrome of Chase Mobley. Then going to the back and the stands, let's start off with the Osbel Gonzalez yellow sapphire parallel, number 57 of 79. Luke Sennard gold sapphire parallel, 21 of 50. 2 base autographs over to this side with George Clausen and Aaron Estrada. Hayden Alvarez with a base autograph. Our Fuchsia Wave, PJ Morlando, number 140 of 199 for you, Vandal. Then let's go with our first autograph of the night next, the orange Reptilian autograph of Jesus Tolero, 13 of 25. Hit number 2 of the night is going to be our Sapphire autograph, 64 of 199 for Jeremy Cabrera. And the hit of the night has to be our Superfractor, Dylan Cruz on the Hobby Legends Superfractor auto. Congrats, Dylan Cruz spot on that one. All right, thank you everybody who joined the break tonight. And we will catch you guys same time place next week for another 5 boxes. All right, everybody have a good week.